Hey friends, my name is Mitch. Today we're unboxing Saipan the Bloody Rock. Series designer Adam Starkweather. You'll remember that name from the GTS series with MMP. So apparently CSS is very similar to that series. Not a lot of videos on this online, so I wanted to make some playthrough videos, some reviews, etc. So it's a higher complexity. Obviously it's GTS. There is another version of this called Tinian that has been released as well from Compass Games. I don't have that one yet. I want to try out the series to see if I like it or not. So these are sort of a preview of the counters. We have two 22 by 34 maps, and the solitaire suitability is rated high. So let's get to this. Unwrap it, get the plastic off, and open it up. So I've been excited about this one. You know I love GTS. I'm a huge fan. So here we are, the green and red traditional 10-sided dice, as well as 2017 news, which is not too handy in 2019, I have to say. Alright. So here is the rules of play. I did not find this online. Unfortunately, I was going to look at the PDF and get sort of a preview of it. So here we are. This is a non-glossy paper, colorful as you can see. We got the sunlight coming in here for natural lighting. So how many pages is this? This is only 45 pages, which is not too bad. We have amphibious landings, section on the heroes, section on leaders. I believe this is a chip pull mechanism like GTS as well. Assault actions, indirect fire, opportunity fire, pretty standard. We'll take a look closer at this in a moment. Let's go through the rest of the box. Now we have the scenario book, which is much thinner, and traditional GTS terrain effects. It even has the GTS font. So this is 38 pages of scenarios. How many total scenarios do we have here? So we got designer notes, historical notes. We got layout inside the manuals. Not a big fan of those. Not a big fan of those, I gotta say here. So that's not too bad of a layout. I believe this is the campaign. Okay, so yeah, from online there's 4 scenarios and then 2 campaigns. So this is the Bloody Rock campaign. We'll take a look at this more in a moment. Let's finish opening it up. So now we have the charts and tables. This is a random events chart, random events table. We'll take a closer look at that. And then we have the traditional GTS looking stuff. The records track, date time weather display, US, Japan, and Japan. More charts. So this is the second player. And then we have some chits. We'll look at those closer in a minute. And then we have the maps. And again, we'll look at those closer in a minute. So let's return to the rule book. So many chits we got? 6. Alright, so let's return to the rule book. Take a closer look at this. So game components, we got the 2 maps, we got the 6 counter sheets, rule scenario, 4 division charts. Alright, the game counters, deployed front, deployed back. Here we have the fortifications, status markers, support weapons, leaders and HQs, and chits. So we have assault markers, expanded sequence of play, which is pretty handy, actions and activations. Okay, division or formation to activation chip being drawn from the cup, yes. And here's a sample. Alright, a lot of samples. It looks like the conversational style of the GTS manual. Stacking examples, lots of examples here, big sections of examples. in the blue text. Disorganized markers, brush, town, buildings. So this is supposedly a better GTS system than GTS. So I guess you could call it GTS 3.0. Caves, ridge marker example, ridges, how to trace line of sights across the dots. So we have line of sight examples. Very, very colorful. This reminds me a lot of Operation Dauntless, about the pretty much a picture of almost every example. So we have fire zone examples, fire actions. So it's 48 pages, but a lot of this is examples. So this is not actually too bad. Fire combat results, firing at a hex example, firing at a hard target, opportunity fire, indirect fire example. Really wish this was a PDF online. Flamethrowers, assault actions, assault sequence of play over here. American assault, assault modifiers. So you have this page 28 is dedicated to nothing but examples of assaults. Very good manual. Bonsai charge, rally action, engineering actions, building fortifications, airfields, sealing caves. And everything is sectioned off as well. You'll see here, section 12. So this is support weapons, heroes and leaders. Okay, so pretty good manual, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Transports, night turns, air power, reinforcements. Yeah, I would say probably you got a 20-page manual plus a ton of examples. All right, let's look at these scenarios. Where'd my scenario book go? Okay, so scenario 1, shattered jewels, I'm sure pun intended. Scenario length, scenario ends when the last Japanese unit is eliminated from play. Map area initiative, available chit, special rules. Alright, and again the layout sheets are in the book. Not a big fan of this, but I'm glad it's paper, so you can mark it up. Scenario 2 is Death Valley. There's not, a scenario does not end when turns are over. Scenario ends when the last activation is completed on night 1, turn of June 23rd. Okay, so yeah. I don't know how many maps it uses. Only the south map only. And scenario 1 uses the north map only. So there's only 2 maps. I assume these scenarios will. Alright, scenario 3 is Dog Day. Okay, ends June 15th. South map only. Another 1 map scenario, which is cool. And the layout option 2, I'm not sure what that is. Then your reinforcements on this side. Scenario 4 is First Week in Hell. South map only. Scenario 5. Both maps. Okay, so 4. 1 map scenario, 2 campaign. First one is the historical campaign, and you have quite a few units. These are the American Start units, and these are reinforcements. All right. Okay. And then the last one, which is the free setup campaign, is scenario 6, obviously both maps. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at the handout sheets we get. Charts and tables. So this is your CRT, firing in a hex, direct fire strength modifiers, random events table, and your sequence of play over here. Zoom in for the sequence of play. Cool. And then on the other side is your terrain effects, pretty standard GTS style. And then we have the support weapons, routed units, general records track for all the different countries. Okay, cool. All right, let's take a look at the chits. Zoom in a little bit. For the chits, so we'll go for sheet 1. Here's sheet 1. It's pretty heavily warped. All right. These are small sheets. They strike me as small. All right, here's the back of sheet 1. All right, sheet 2. Front, here we have more units. We have our leaders. We have the tanks. Trucks, more tanks. All right. I guess these are filler. More units. Colonel Ito, leader, and the back of sheet 2. Let's see how easy these pop out here. Not too bad at all. That's a nice pop out. Here is the thickness of the chit. That is not a bad pop out. Definitely needs to be trimmed. These have some serious fuzzies. Yeah, you can see the fuzzies coming from this. Definitely need to be trimmed. Okay, put this over here for now. All right, go for sheet 3. So you have more, it looks like Japanese. Then more units in the back of sheet 3. Alright, so we have 3 sheets of units. So we have 3 sheets of chit pools and other markers. So here we have bombardment, no rally, prepared assault, foxholes, pinned, no opportunity fire, bonsai, ridges, concentrated fire. So 3 sheets of units and 3 sheets of other. All right, here we have same thing, pinned for the Japanese, foxhole and fire, cave, bonsai, smoke, and on fire. All right, and the last sheet, medium barrage, disorganized, -1, disorganized level 3. I assume on the back would be disorganized level 2 and disorganized level 2. Alright, cool. And heavy barrage. So pretty cool. Not too bad. This is rather simplistic compared to GTS. It's not too bad at all. So here we have the maps. Which one will go there first? This one. These are not pre-creased, pre-marked, which is good because my GTS greatest day was, which is never a good sign. Alright, then on here we have the assault sequence and then the handy sequence of play. So this is designed to be vertical, I think, which is unfortunate. Not a big fan of that. I'm going to go horizontal on it. So here's the actual map. Transport zones, approach zones, reef zones, and final run-in zone. Then we have the actual map. So here you have your attack zone, similar to all of the beachhead conflicts. And the map doesn't look too bad. Let's go with the other map real quick. So not a lot of land, mostly sea. Here we have again the sequence of play. Might have to turn this correctly. Alright, cool. So we have the purple section, final run-in zone, reef zone, approach zone. And then we have the very small land area. So if you looked at reviews on this previously, you'll notice that everything is very compact. You'll have like 5 units here, 4 units here, 3 units here, 5 units here, kind of thing. So definitely a tweezers are a must game, but there's very little land mass, startlingly little land mass, so I guess that's a good thing. So anyway, that is the unboxing of CSS Saipan the Bloody Rock. Definitely going to have some playthroughs of this coming. I'm pretty excited about this. I absolutely adore GTS. So I'm looking forward to picking this up and learning this, and we'll be doing some playthroughs. Sounds really fun. Anyway, thank you for joining. Hopefully this has been cool. If you like this, please hit like and subscribe.